Hey guys, it's Sarah and today is Booklist Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And every week we bring you some sort of list or some sort of topic that we feel like talking about for the week. And this week we're doing something really cool and we are very, very excited about it. Now, Lindsay and I like to buddy read books together. We have read quite a few books together where we are just reading them at the same time and we're talking about them as we're reading them and we're discussing our feelings and things that are happening and maybe predictions that we have, and it's a lot of fun. We really enjoy doing that together. This week, we thought it would be a really fun idea to let you guys pick which book we're gonna buddy read next. So we are going to show you 5 books that we both own, and we picked them out and said this would be so much fun for us to buddy read together, and they have some different genre options, and we are going to leave it up to you guys to pick one, and whichever one gets the most votes is the book that we are going to read together in the month of September. So I'm going to show you the 5 books, and at the end of this video I will have a poll up in the cards where it has the 5 books listed, and you guys just pick one book that you would like to see us buddy read together. We're going to leave the voting open for 1 week, so we are going to close it next Thursday, and we will be announcing the winner on Instagram, and it will be on both of our Instagram accounts. So I will have both of our Instagram accounts linked down below if you guys want to make sure you go follow and you can see which one is the winner. And then we will be reading that book in the month of September, and we will come back to you. We will show you our thoughts on that book. So we are very, very excited to see what you guys are gonna pick. All right, the first book that we have is Daughter of the Pirate King, and this is by Tricia Levenseller. We have both heard amazing things about this book. This is a young adult book, and it follows a young girl who is the daughter of a pirate king. Her name is Alosa, and she is on a mission to find a map, I believe, that is needed to find probably some sort of treasure or something. It's something that she is desperately trying to find. So she allows herself to get captured by an enemy ship because she believes that the map is on this ship. She allows herself to get captured. She feels that's the best way she can get access to it. And she runs into trouble when she meets the first mate, and who is kind of the main person to hold her captive, and he's really handsome and clever, and it's not fair. So I'm very excited about this one, and again, I've heard very, very good things about this. I got this in an Crate box, and yeah, I'm excited to read it. Next, we have a book that I picked up without knowing a single thing about it, and I literally just had to go on Goodreads and read a synopsis because there's nothing on the back. The only thing inside the book is all blurbs, and I'm like, okay, apparently it's brilliant and fascinating and amazing, and I have no idea what it's about. So I just looked it up so I could tell you. This is The Association of Small Bombs by Karan Mahajan. And this is about young boys who go to a marketplace to run an errand for their parents, and while they're in that marketplace, an IED goes off, I believe. I don't know if it's like a hidden bomb or if it was like, you know, someone went in there to set it off. I'm not sure exactly how that happens, but a bomb goes off and it kills 2 of the boys, leaving 1 alive. And so he is dealing with the loss of his friends and what it all means, and dealing with kind of the aftershock of all that. He ends up going to America to attend school, and then ends up going back to, I think this is all set in India, I'm pretty positive. And he ends up going back as an adult and, you know, kind of dealing with things there, and, you know, just still kind of aftermath of that time, and, you know, how things have changed over the years. So yeah, interesting, interested, heard amazing things about it, and Lindsay and I are both interested in reading it. All right, the next one is a historical fiction, and that is The Orphans Tale, and this is by Pam Jenoff, and this follows a young girl named Noah, and she ends up becoming pregnant by a German soldier, which really disgraces her family, and she is kind of cast out, forced to give up the baby, and, you know, she's pretty much shunned from her family. They kick her out. She ends up living above a railway station, and she cleans it in order to, you know, get shelter, and, you know, like, it's her job basically. She cleans the railway station. One day a train comes through, and she discovers that there is a train full of Jewish infants. It really reminds her of the baby she was forced to give up, and she becomes very sad and very desperate. She snatches one of the babies and runs off to basically save, because I think these refugees were heading for a concentration camp, like they were captured and they were on their way. So she saves one of them so that they don't have to go through that. Now she ends up finding refuge with a traveling circus, and in order to be part of this community and to, like, you know, travel with them and have shelter and food and all that stuff, she actually has to learn the flying trapeze, I think, is what they decide she's going to be doing. So she's dealing with that, with competition. You know, she's like the new person coming in and the old person is like, I don't think so. Who is this person? So it sounds really interesting. I love that there's a circus aspect to it and a historical fiction, and I'm totally interested. And this next one is What Alice Forgot by Leanne Moriarty. And Leanne Moriarty is definitely an author I want to read everything she's written because I've really enjoyed everything I've read from her so far, but I've only read 2 of her books, so I want to keep going, and this is one that we both have. And Lindsay expressed that this is the one that she's most interested in reading, so we're putting it on the list. And this one, I'm going to read the back a little bit. So Alice Love is 29, crazy about her husband Nick, and pregnant with their first child. Oh, that's so nice, right? So imagine Alice's surprise when she comes to on the floor of a gym. She hates the gym and is whisked off to the hospital, where she discovers that the honeymoon is truly over. She's actually 39 years old. She has 3 kids and she's getting divorced. What in the world happened in the last decade that she thought she was living one life, but her life is really this way? And so apparently it's like amnesia or something's going on up here that is causing her to think her life is one way, but it's really not. So she's lost an entire decade of her life and she doesn't know how or why. So interesting. I'm really interested in this. I want to know what in the world happened to Alice and what she forgot. So this one is on the list as well. And this last one is a book that makes both of us a little bit nervous just because of all the mixed reviews that are going on. But I'm still seeing people read this book and love it. So I don't know which side of the fence I'm going to be on with this one, and neither does Lindsay. So we're like, let's put it on the list and see if it gets picked. And so that is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. And I guess we're just going to have to see. I've read one Ruth Ware book and it was just okay. It was a 3-star read for me. I read The Lion Game. But I thought I would give her another shot, and I do have this one on my shelf. I've had this one for a long time. So just not sure how I'm going to feel about it. This follows a woman who I believe goes through a very traumatic experience with a home invasion, and she ends up going on a cruise to kind of get away from everything. Now she's also a journalist, so she's naturally just interested in everything going on around her, and she believes that she sees a woman being kidnapped or a woman being assaulted or something on this cruise ship that she's on. And I believe the woman ends up dead, and she feels like she witnessed some things that were happening to cause that. And she's trying to piece things together and, you know, trying to do all that stuff. So yeah, so many mixed reviews. So many people love this book. So many people hate this book. I don't know which side of the fence I'm going to be on. I think this would be a really good indication of whether or not Ruth Ware is going to be an author for me. So we'll see. But Lindsay hasn't read this and she feels the same way as I do. We're just not sure how we're going to feel about it. So yeah, we thought we'd add it to the list. Okay guys, so these are the 5 books we want you to vote on. These are all 5 books that both of us are extremely interested in reading. We're excited to pick them up and read them. So whatever you guys pick, we are going to be happy with. We're really interested to see what you're going to pick. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a poll up here in the description. So make sure you vote on one book. Just click whichever one you would want to see us buddy read together. And in the month of September, we are going to read whichever one you guys have picked. Again, make sure you follow us both on Instagram, and you can check there next Thursday. We will post whichever one is the winner and which one we're going to be reading, so you guys can see that. And we will let you know how we feel about it after we finish buddy reading, but I'm really, really excited about it, and so is Lindsay. So make sure you go check out her channel too. I'm gonna leave her link down below. If you wanna vote on both of our channels, you definitely can. And we are just gonna take whichever one has the most votes on both of our channels. We're just gonna be looking purely at the number or the percentage. I think it comes up with a percentage. So whichever one has the higher percentage is the one that we are gonna go with. So we're excited about it. All right, that's gonna be it for us. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.